does your herd, or what does a herd do? A herd gives birth. So let's say, let's just use sheep. So you get a sheep, you shear it, and then cool, time to have a little baby sheep, little lamb, ding on it, grows up, shear it, then we've got shit ton of sheep floating around, and we're shearing them, and then it's growing back, and then they're giving birth, and then it's a metropolis of sheep, and there's a metropolis of wealth, because it's an income generator. This just goes over. I'm going to leave you with what are your income generators in your business, and what are you doing today to make sure that you're setting up those income generators for generations to come. Thank you so much, everyone, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate you all. 1,000 subscribers is my goal, so jump on it, subscribe, hit the bell. Radio fam, we are back, day 36, Win with Damien. We're presenting a SalesVision Business Game. It's one video a day for 100 days. If you do not make a sale, you're gonna get $100. If you wanna know more, check out the details below. Today we are continuing on with the 21 ancient secrets to entrepreneurial leadership. Exciting times. And secret number 10 is dynamite. I reckon this is probably going to be one of the most important secrets, and I'm just under halfway through them. It's a big call, but here we go. And secret 10 is all about income generators versus money. As usual, let's get into the quote and then dissect it. Be diligent to know the condition of your flocks and pay close attention to your herds. For riches do not last forever, nor is a crown guaranteed to all generations. When the hay is removed and the new growth appears, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered, and the goats the price of the field, you shall have plenty of goat's milk for your food, for the food of your household, and the maintenance of your maidservants. Proverbs 27, and that goes 23 to 27. So, we get into it. It's a bit of a big one, but I'm just going to pay more close attention to the first part of the quotation. However, as I dissect it, you'll probably, if you do look back at the quote, you'll probably start to unravel that for yourself. And if you don't, you can always find out more by reaching out to me on Facebook. Link and all that is in the description, because this teaching is in SalesVision back office under the diamond. So be diligent to know the condition of your flocks and pay close attention to your herds, for the riches do not last forever, nor is a crown guaranteed to all generations. Okay. If we're going to pay attention to something here, if we're going to focus on something, focus your eyes on something, what I want you to focus on is money, or do we want to be focusing on the flocks? I think we all know Solomon by now, so let's see what he says. We want you to focus on the flock and on the herds. And what you're going to see in secret 10 is that it's the income generators that are most important, not the money. So if we remember, this is Solomon's handbook, guys. This is his handbook to the nation, the premier avatar nation of all time, Israel. And they are to show their special favor that they were getting the actual secret codes of God above all the cultures. And that's what the Hebrew text says itself, not me, not Mark. It's just what the text says. Now, what we want to be looking at is it's a generational thing here, and that's what we want to be protecting. If we look at most things that Solomon focuses on, he wants us to have generational passing of things. Okay, so it's not so much, it's not so much pay close attention to the riches. It's not pay attention to the kings or the queens in the marketplace, or if they become kings or princes, not so much to the fact that they are kings, okay? Because remember, not all crowns are guaranteed. So he's focusing again on the passing of generational wealth. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what's the difference between wealth and money? Well, wealth is found in flocks and herds, and money can be spent tomorrow, today, now, gone, see ya. Let's use some examples of this. So we've got a man, and he has been saving his entire lifetime, and now he's on his deathbed, and he's been saving so hard for this money because unfortunately the mother of the kids has a drug problem and she can't manage the money very well. So he's had to, do this to make sure he can have this money at the end when he does pass to give to his family, and hopefully that will help them continue and live, happily ever after. Long story short, what happens is the mother and the kid meet, and somehow, these papers get signed and all the money gets transferred over to the mum, and you can imagine what happens. Money goes, she spends it, the other kids miss out, and it happens to be that the father is in his deathbed, and it comes to his, death moments, days, whatever it may be, and he's only got enough strength to raise his arm and make a fist and just stare at his son, and unfortunately it's one of hate, because he'd just given away all that money, and in that fleeting moment he knows that within a day or 2, 3, whatever it may be, that money is gone and the kids are gone. So money gone. Okay, let's look at another example of what may happen. Well, actually, before I go on, I want to think, all praise to the man, he worked hard, but what the problem was here is the man paid, what he thought that riches may last forever, and that the next generation would possibly inherit his riches. What we've learned is that this generation, the next generation, the kids that inherit the money, they don't have the character or the wisdom, and those riches are gone, and they don't last forever, and they're not even guaranteed to get to their children's children. So you've got to be careful of this. Let's look at another family and what happens. Another man dies suddenly after he leaves a multitude of businesses that he has, and he has several kids as well. Okay, and what he has here though is he has several different income streams, and when this man dies, what happens is the kids inherited the income generators. Okay, and the fact here was that the father, the dad, he didn't have much money, but what he did have is he had income generators. And guess who was the beneficiary of having those income generators and having those businesses? His children. So what Solomon is saying to you is Solomon wants to make the vision in your life to be diligent to know the condition of your income generators, your flock. What does your herd, or what does a herd do? A herd gives birth. So let's say, let's use sheep. So you get a sheep, you shear it, and then, oh yeah, cool, time to have a little baby sheep, little lamb, ding on it, grows up, shear it, then we've got shit ton of sheep floating around, and we're shearing them, and then it's growing back, and then they're giving birth, and then it's a metropolis of sheep, and there's a metropolis of wealth, because it's an income generator. This just goes over, and it comes over and over and over and over and over again. All right. Now Mark goes into a bit of an explanation about the American dream and all this sort of stuff. I'm from Australia, so it's a little bit different, but again, mostly for us, get a house, do a little bit of investment, and that's all she wrote. Solomon's CEO, you as the CEO, you as the chief executive officer here, the captain of your own destiny on earth, I want you to understand that Solomon's counsel is very wise, and he's counseling you to be very diligent in knowing the situation, the condition of your income generators. Okay, so how are you generating your income? And he wants you to throw it into your flock. He wants you to tend to the herd. Translation, these would be, put it into your business, put them into your assets. But income and assets are also a little bit different. Mark says story for another day. I'll say story for another day. But it makes sense to me, your home isn't your wealth protector, in my opinion. Your business and the state of your flocks and your herds are going to determine your wealth, fam. So that's secret 10. I'm going to leave you with what are your income generators in your business, and what are you doing today to make sure that you're setting up those income generators for generations to come. That's me done. I'll see you for day 37 tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate you all. 1,000 subscribers is my goal, so jump on it, subscribe, hit the bell notification. See you tomorrow. Hooroo.